I was gifted this item in exchange for my review. This is a hummingbird feeder that has a camera. Check this thing out. There's the camera. We've got our little flowers. There's 3 different colors. There's purple, red, and yellow that you can change out. This casing is a really nice thick plastic, but the whole thing is not super heavy. There's an ant moat up there, which is something you can fill with water so that ants don't crawl down it and get in there. And then the little holes for the flowers are small enough that bees really struggle to get in there and probably won't get in there. And it comes with a solar panel that you can plug in. So it comes with its own little mount, and so you can mount the solar panel somewhere nearby that will get sun, and then you don't have to charge the camera. But the included app will let you know when your camera needs to be charged anyway, and so it's really easy to charge and take down. This is super easy to use, and I'm going to show you all about it. This hummingbird feeder came with so many things. It came with cleaning things, and by the way, the whole thing is dishwasher safe, but it still comes with this little tiny cleaning brush and the bigger cleaning brush. This is a moat that can hang from the bottom so that ants can't crawl up from the bottom. Here are the extra little flowers, so you can choose different colors. Here's an extra little stand for the birds. Here is a charger if you're going to bring your camera inside to charge it. This is the mount for the solar panel, so you can mount that. And there's also these little silicone doohickeys where you can actually thread the cord through the different moats so that you can keep the cord going up. And then these little silicone things you put the cord through, and it keeps it nice and tight so that moisture doesn't get down where it shouldn't go. The user manual was very impressive. There's also a quick start guide, but this was a very thorough user manual, and I found that it answered all of my questions and more. I was very impressed with it, and I've already had my first visit from a hummingbird within the first 5 minutes of having it up, so that is pretty cool. And I'm going to show you what that looks like inside the free app that you get when you purchase this feeder. And you can use iCloud storage and purchase that, or you can get an SD card and insert it into the camera itself. So I brought it back inside so I could show you a little bit more about it. The camera comes out really easily. There's a little tab here that you just pull down, and then you push from the other side. See my thumb? I pushed out the camera. So it comes out really easily, and so you can bring it inside to charge it up. And the charging ports have a little silicone cover so that they are not going to get wet. And then there's another, this right up here is where you can actually put, so you can push it here so that you can bend it forward. And this is where the SD card would go. There's a power button there, and charging also. So this one back here, it will charge from here, but also if you're going to use the solar panel, you would plug it in right there. And then the way that you refill it, see, this is where the camera goes. That's pretty cool. Do not unscrew the top part. You're going to rock it back away from the flowers so that we don't leak a lot. And then we're going to flip it over. I still leaked some. And you just rotate. There's a lock, if you can see it right here. It says lock and open. So it's not like a screw-on thing that you have to get just right. It's just you set it in place and kind of turn it to lock it. And here's my hummingbird food. You can make this at home. 1 cup of water and 1/4 cup of sugar, and just mix it up. So 1 cup of that almost filled it up, although I had a little bit left still. So I'm going to just set it back on top. I'm going to find the right spot. Okay, it dropped in place, and now I'm just going to rotate it to lock it. Very, very simple. And now I'm going to rock it back this way so that it doesn't leak too much. And there we have it. So now I can go back outside and hang it up if I want to, which I am. I'm going to do that. Very, very cool. And one more thing to mention, if you hang it up and it starts to leak out of the flowers, which happened to me the first time, if you take this apart right here, you just pull the red part off. There's actually a little silicone. I should have showed it to you before I filled it up. There's this little silicone thing that's right here, right under here. And I think it probably it wiggles out of place in transit. And so I just took that out and put it back in to make sure it was in the right place. And then when I reassembled it, the dripping stopped. So keep that in mind as something that might happen to you as well, because when everything is in place and working properly, it doesn't drip. I'm sure that if there was a great amount of wind that it could, but just hanging here in like a normal day breeze, it's doing really well. So when I'm ready to put the camera back in, you just slide it in and push it. And there it is. And you can give it a little shove to see that it works. And this will rotate just ever so slightly. There are 2 screws on either side of the camera that you could loosen or tighten if you want to keep it in a certain spot. Also, the antenna will rotate if you need it to, so that you can put it exactly where it needs to be. To remind you, I was gifted this in exchange for my review.